If you've not got a spare few £1,000s to blow on a wonderful smart turbo trainer, then perhaps a second-hand treadmill is the way to go.
Hi there and welcome to another episode of Fat Boys in Lycra. We've really enjoyed reading all your comments about the previous episodes. If you haven't watched the recent special, the team time trial, we really enjoyed putting that together. You can see it in the link at the end. So in this episode, I explain how you can run indoors on Zwift. Very helpful for the UAE summer. Also, Craig previews our brand new kit and also has a look at some revolutionary recovery kit called REBOOT. Let's get straight on with it. Okay, let's go through the things that you will need to run on Zwift with. Firstly, you will need a device. Now, I've gone through a few devices, iPad, iPhone, last used a Mac, but this time I'm going to use the Apple TV. Now, of course, with the Apple TV, you would usually have a TV. What I have gone for in my pain cave is a projector, quite cheap and good to project on a blank wall. Now, it sounds a little bit obvious, but of course you will need a treadmill. Now, I picked this Nordic Track up a couple years ago. It is big, it is bulky, it is cumbersome, but it still fits in my pain cave. It has got a good motor on it and will give you gradients up to 15 degrees, which is really good on Zwift if you do want to follow along. Now, this is not a smart trainer, it doesn't do it automatically, but you can change it to the gradient you see on Zwift. Okay, so now on to the smart bit of kit. As you can see on my trainer here, I've got a foot pod. Now, this is a stride foot pod. It fits onto the bottom of your shoe there on the flat part, the best place to put it. Basically, it was designed as a foot pod that could measure power outside. There are other foot pods out there, but the reason that I went for this foot pod last year during lockdown was that it could measure your power outside and give you some valuable information on what pace you should be running at to complete certain races. So obviously it sends out a signal to devices. Now, this is through Ant Plus or through Bluetooth. Now, another reason why I bought this is it can do dual at the same time, so it can transmit to your phone and it can transmit to Zwift at the same time. Now, it's a fairly easy process to set up the run pod and pair it to Zwift. So if you go into the run section there, it will pick up the Bluetooth signal of the Stride foot pod. What you can do next is connect a heart rate monitor. I've done that through my Wahoo ticker. Next is calibration. See the spanner above there? If you press that, you will go into a calibration mode where you have to select your preferred speed. You'll run at 2 kilometers above and 2 kilometers below that preferred speed for 40 seconds. That will take the measurements from the Stride foot pod and align it with Zwift. And now you are ready to run. As you can see, I'm running along on the Macquarie Islands on Zwift. You can choose any world to run in. You can even run with a pace partner, or you can compete in a race. So as part of the summer training, I decided that I'm going to get involved in a few Zwift running races. Now, I did this last time in lockdown and learnt quite a few valuable lessons. Number one, get yourself prepared. I go on at least half an hour before to make sure all of my equipment is working. As you can see in a moment, it will show that my equipment was not all working. It was lucky that I had enough time to go on and sort it out. Even though my Stride foot pod was shown as connected, it was showing in the warm-up that it actually wasn't sending the information to Zwift of what speed that I was travelling at. I came out of Zwift, went back in, and it was all sorted. So my next tip is to definitely warm up. I started about 15 minutes before the race, building up my pace towards what I was going to start the race at as 12 kilometers an hour. When I selected the race on the Zwift Companion, I went for category C. Category D wasn't available because that was only for females. So I felt a little bit out of my comfort zone. So I felt, okay, 12 kilometers per hour, maybe a little bit slow. But as you can see, I went off like a bullet. I had one category C runner running alongside of me, and there were two B category runners up in front, which I thought was absolutely fantastic. But now this is where the trouble started. I was running at 12.5 kilometers. Oh no, I wasn't. Not on Zwift. I was running at 11.5, over a kilometre slower than I was showing on the treadmill, which of course is a problem. Now could be calibration problems. What I put this down to is not running my treadmill before the race. So I had calibrated it on a cold treadmill. Okay, so whatever. I was still in third place. I still kept running. And next I saw that I could overtake this chap in front of me. Mr. Brownlee. Oh no, it wasn't that Mr. Brownlee. I'd upped my pace on the treadmill, but still it was showing over a kilometre slower on Zwift than I was on the treadmill. And inevitably someone came and overtook me. So I was now running in third, but I was going away from the people behind me, and I felt, right, this is great. I will continue with this, even though it's not calibrated correctly. That just means I have to run faster on my treadmill. So up in the pace, up into the 13 kilometres, and I'm really starting to puff. I've only got 1.5 kilometres to go. So I'm thinking, right, let's really push this. I can see the lady in front of me in second. She's got 19 seconds on me. So I'm going to have to really push it now. So I'm going to go up into the 14 kilometres on my treadmill and see if that can bring her back into view. Well, it does. And I get so close to her at the end. In fact, 6 seconds I managed to pull it back to. And I'm third on the podium in my first race in the summer. So chuffed.
Right, so as I'm sure many of you are aware, the Team FBiL boys do have some new kit. It's taken us a little bit of time to think about who exactly we wanted to use as our provider for our kit. But in the end, we went with customize.ae, and I'll share with you all a link a little bit later if you wish to get some of our kit, or if you wish to get some of your own bespoke kit made. The reason we went with this company, ultimately the manufacturer is a German company, REBOOT. I may have pronounced that wrong, but I'm aware of the brand myself personally from back in 2017 when I first took part in Challenge Roth. All of the Challenge Roth gear itself was also made by the German company REBOOT. This is a shirt that I purchased back then. It's done me extremely well over the years, no damage to any of the seams, and it's been very well used. So when I heard it was this company who were making our kit, I was more than delighted to continue with the purchase. The team itself, what we went for was a bib, set of shorts and cycling jersey. We also went for a running shirt, which I'm currently wearing, breathable, very lightweight material, also has a cleverly disguised pocket in the back, perfect for putting your car key in or your house key in when you go out for a run. We also went for the top full-end spec tri-kit, and for somebody like myself who's been doing triathlons now for a good fair few years, I've gone through a variety of tri-suits over the year from many different manufacturers, and I am delighted with the quality and the feel when this first came through to us and I put this on. I've not raced in it yet, I've used it for a couple of rides, but I am extremely looking forward to testing it out in the water. Overall, I know feedback from the rest of the team, we are more than delighted with the quality of the kit that we have purchased. So if you're interested in purchasing some of your own kit, go to the sporty.ae website, which I'm demonstrating now on the screen, and you can go to the customize.me section where you may design your own kit for your own team. An added feature and another reason we went with this company, the minimum order that you need is relatively low. You will find out there an awful lot of companies, you need at least 10 items, for example, of each product before you can get any team kit made. Thankfully, Customize.me and Sported is a much lower number, so that's maybe an added bonus when you're looking to get your own team kit. You can obviously design your own, but if you'd like to purchase some of the TeamFBiL kit, you're more than welcome to do so also. Now, it's a subject where, to be fair, I've not really paid too much attention to in the past. From doing a cool down and stretching after a long bout of exercise, it's something I've not been particularly great with, if I'm being brutally honest. But as I get older, it tends to be more and more important, as the amount of time I need between sessions tends to get longer. Like most people, I've tried foam rollering in the past. Being honest, I find it quite painful and also a workout in itself. I have joined the revolution lately and purchased one of these bad boys. This is an electronic muscle stimulator. Does it work? I'm not really sure. It creates a nice massaging effect and it's quite relaxing to do. It feels like it does, but again, it may just be a placebo effect, but I do have one of these and I do use it occasionally. My go-to choice regarding recovery has always been good old-fashioned pair of recovery tights. These are from TXU. I've had these many, many years. I also have a TXU top, calf guards, etc. Especially after a long race, once you've had a bath or a shower in the evening, I tend to pop these on. It has been known I do quite often even sleep in them also. Do they work? Again, might just be all in my head, but for me, I tend to find this is my best choice in terms of recovery. So when I heard that our good friends over at REBOOT had been in touch with TeamFBiL, and I know a couple of the boys had already given them a run through, I thought it was only fair that the old man here gave them a little test to see, are they any good? Do they do the job? Essentially, REBOOT is a set of leggings as such that you strap on your legs, and using an air pump system, obviously with the use of compression, compresses on the legs, helps to flush out any lactic acid, squeezing of the veins and arteries, etc., flushing fresh oxygenated blood into there and to aid your recovery. Being the skeptic that I am, I thought, well, I'm going to give them an actual proper test. I've been recovering from a herniated disc now for a good few weeks, so therefore I've not really been training my legs in the gym. I've been avoiding deadlifts and squats, etc., but I think I'm about ready to give it a go. What does this mean? It means more than likely I'm going to have some severe DOMS, some delayed onset muscle stress or muscle soreness, particularly the next day or maybe 36, 48 hours after that workout. So I thought I'm going to do a cycle in the morning followed by a weight session, and then I will put the REBOOTs through their paces and let you know, do I think they're any good or not? So I guess it's time for me to don my purple and green outfit, my Incredible Hulk outfit, and it's time to hit the weights.
So the REBOOTs themselves are very easy to use. They simply strap onto the legs using a full length zip. You plug them into the box, which you can pre-charge, or you can use it while it's plugged in. You set the resistance level and the time you'd like to use, and there's also a variety of different settings of how the air is inflated and how it massages your legs. It's quite comfortable, as you can see from these images. I was able to just lie on the sofa, kick back and watch the television.
What, recording? Oh, whoa, yeah, I wouldn't touch any of this stuff. No. Drink water. Sponsored by McDonald's. Anyway, so to sum it up, very easy to use, quick and simple, painless. It's a nice way to relax on the sofa afterwards with them on your legs. You can use them for a variety of lengths of time and lots of different programmable systems on there. I used them straight away after my workout. And then the following day, did I have any DOMS in my legs? I did. I'm not going to lie, I did. Were they as severe as I thought they would be? Probably not. Now, that could just be maybe I didn't lift as heavy as I normally would, but also it could be a factor that the REBOOTs actually work. Again, recovery is a very difficult one in terms of science and actually proving what does and does not work. But particularly if you were somebody out there that recovery was a major issue for you and you feel like you need to reduce that time so you can get back out there training sooner, I would definitely think about getting in touch with these guys at REBOOT and give them a try. It seems to work quite well for us, and the feedback from the rest of the boys has been nothing but positive so far. So I thought it was only fair that I gave a little bit of an update regarding the review of the reboots. As I left it last time, I'd used them post-exercise. I was given a review the following day to let you all know that there was still some soreness there, but it felt like it was better than what it would normally be. On that day, I thought, you know what? Seeing as I've got this pain right now, let's give them another try. I popped them on again, which was a Saturday. I'll be honest, I'd had them on for only about 20 minutes when I got a knock at the door. So I quickly took the reboots off, ran outside, came back inside, and then realised that actually, to be brutally honest, the pain that was in my legs had virtually disappeared. I was quite astonished actually, and I'm usually a little bit sceptical when it comes to recovery products. I gotta be honest, day 2 of using the reboots, whilst I had a strong muscle soreness in my legs, was amazing. It really was a game changer. It was actually quite a strange sensation because the pain in my legs, in my thighs, my quadriceps, my hamstrings had gone, but the pain in my glutes was still there. Doing a little bit of research on reboots, find they do 2 different products. So the leg product that I was testing actually comes up to the groin area, and you can actually buy slip-on ones which will work the glute muscles as well. I'd be brutally honest with everybody out there, I am very sorely tempted now to go and purchase myself of the reboot type based on how well I feel like they worked. Now, obviously, I'm no expert, that's just my opinion. None of us in the Fat Boys and Lycra are expert. We'd just like to give our honest and personal opinion of how these products work for us.
Thanks so much for watching this episode. As always, it really helps out the channel if you like and subscribe, and we'll see you in a forthcoming episode.